to your left.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Hi, mate. So, first of all, congratulations, back and forth of war.
Thank you, sir.
Your opponent seemed to have a lot of dirty tactics, and the referee didn't really penalise him. Was that frustrating you at all in the fight?
Obviously, it's a little bit frustrating, but a fight's a fight. Do you know what I mean? You can't let it bother you, you got to keep going, and that's what I feel like I did.
And earlier in the week, I met up with a teammate of yours, Dacre Bradley, and he was saying how much you inspire him and motivate him. And what does that mean to you as a young fighter? You're so young, you're already motivating and inspiring the next generation. So what does that mean to you?
It means the world to me. Like, having people look up to me. Firstly, I'm like, why are you looking up to me? But hearing it's amazing. And whatever I can do to help people, I want to do. Like, I look up to Nathan a lot. And, you know, like, it makes me want to grow. And if I can make other people want to grow, then I'm all for it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Lonnie, you're just over here.
Hello.
You're always in exciting fights, and no doubt you want as quick of a route to the title as possible, but do you also want to be known as one of the most exciting fighters on the UFC roster for years to come now?
Yeah, that's the plan. You know, at the end of the day, I love fighting, and I realise that we're in the entertainment business as well. So if I can be entertaining whilst getting to the top, then I'm all for it.
And just for both of you as well, how much do you both inspire each other week in, week out, year in, year out as well, because you're both on the ascent to the top?
For me, having Lonnie is special because he keeps me young. You know, I feel like I've got a target on my back when I'm training with him. You know, he's the up-and-comer. I don't want to say I'm a veteran yet. I'm only 31, but obviously I'm a little bit older. So he's keeping me young. He's keeping me sharp. He's keeping me on my toes. So I'm buzzing to see him in the UFC. I think that he could be flyweight champion of the world. He just needs to get that shot. I know how talented he is. So it's a pleasure to be on this journey with him.
You know, getting to the top of the sport's all about shooting your shot. Do you both have a hit list this year of names that you want to beat?
I don't have a hit list as such. I don't know too many people. I don't watch UFC that much, and I know Nate's the same. But whatever my manager Jose Diaz and my coaches say, I'm up for it. And you know, for me, I'm always about one fight at a time. So whatever's next, I'm happy for what's next.
We'll fight any man.
What he said.
Man will fight.
Yep. Boom.
And final one, Ilya Topuria came in your changing room right before the fight. How cool was that? And you're looking to have a similar rapid rise to the title. What did he have to say? Yeah, like seeing Ilya, I'm a big fan of Ilya. I love watching his fights. I go on TikTok, I watch his highlights. Do you know what I mean? And then him walking into the change room saying that he likes my style, it's almost like, oh, what's going on here? But yeah, it was awesome. And he said nothing but nice things. And yeah, he's an awesome dude. Well done to you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, right here. Absalon MMA for Karate Bushido. You anticipated that you would be faster than Morgan Charrière. Was there anything that actually surprised you in that fight?
How quick his calf kick defense was. You know, he's definitely been drilling it because I couldn't land it. I didn't realize how quick he was on it. So hats off to him, you know, and he landed a few on me. So yeah, that's what I meant when we're similar fighters.
When you knocked him down in the first round, were you surprised that it wasn't over? Were you surprised with his toughness?
I was gutted that he got a hold of me because then obviously he could recover. You know, I've been rocked before in fights and you only need a few seconds to kind of get your bearings back. So, you know, once he got a hold of me, I was like, man, you know, if he didn't and I could have just ground and pounded him and get the finish in the first round, that would have been that much better. But yeah, he's a super talented guy. You know, I was very, not nervous of the fight, but I was never underestimating him. You know, I know how dangerous he is. He's a former Cage Warriors champion. I thought he won the fight that he lost in the UFC against the Shepe guy. So he was undefeated as far as I was concerned. He had a massive support. The amount of messages I've been getting from the French fans, you know, I had a lot of pressure on me. So yeah, but as I say, I don't think anyone's beating me in my hometown.
Last one for me. What's next for you?
If I'm honest, I need to get my foot checked. I don't know if it's broken. And I'm just going to go home, give my daughter a kiss, and walk the dog.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, over here. When we see you, you're very friendly, very respectful to everyone. But when we see you in the cage, we see a violent guy. And when we see you talk after the fight, very polite, talking about mental health, what are you doing in that cage?
I'm an athlete, and I'm a very competitive athlete, and mixed martial arts is the most competitive sport on the planet. You know, we don't rely on a team as such like football or soccer. It's me versus one other man, and that's for me is what I like most, you know. And martial arts is about respect, being humble. I think if everyone learned martial arts, the world would be a better place, especially with the kids these days going around London stabbing each other. Get them in the gym, teach them to respect each other, you know, teach them how to build confidence for the kids that are being bullied. And, you know, if you have the right instructor, I think martial arts changes lives. So that's all I am, you know. At the end of the day, it looks worse than it is because we're in a cage. I think it's a lot safer than boxing. And, yeah, I like play fighting.
I just want to say you're a top guy, so hats off for that. Alani, just for you, there's been a lot of fighters who lost their O in 2025. Did you have that in your mind? Did you feel any pressure of seeing that O go away, or didn't it play at all in your head?
Obviously, there's always pressure going into a fight, but you know, I was confident. I have such great teammates, great coaches, so I trust these guys with my life. And if they say I'm ready, then I'm ready. And that was the mentality I was going in for this fight.
And a while back, you talked about gymnastics helping you with fighting and getting you in different positions to stay relaxed. Did you notice that in this fight there were a couple of moments where I think a typical guy would be stressed and you stayed really calm? Does that really help you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like gymnastics, because I did it from such a young age, it kind of like made me aware of where my body is in space, and I feel like that definitely helps when it comes to fighting, or anything that's athletic at all. So yeah, definitely, I do feel like it helped.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Lonnie, right here. We talked about the undefeated record, but you had a mixed bag of an amateur career. Do you think that helps? Like you feel less pressure about potentially losing because you felt it before? If that makes sense.
Not less pressure. I feel like it was very important for me to lose at amateur because it means that I know I never want to feel that again. And I know what it's like to lose, and I'll make sure I'll do everything I can to never lose again because of it.
And you're very well known for your knockouts. I remember your first Cage Warriors fight. That knockout was still, like, I think, legendary.
Thank you.
You made a run. Now you're in the UFC. You mentioned following the dream of you get to fight in China, you get to fight here in London. Are you a little frustrated that you haven't been able to find that UFC finish yet?
A little bit, you know, I'm always looking for the finish. But at the same time, wherever the fight goes, it goes. Obviously, I would have liked the finish, but also I'm happy that I showed that, you know, in this fight, it showed dog. So there's always little things that you can take away with it. But I'm always looking for a finish, so yeah.
And there was a cut, I believe. Is that healed, stitched?
It's all healed up now, it's gone. No, I'm joking. It's been stitched up now, so we're all good. And it's in a good spot. Can't even see it, so we're all good.
And Nathaniel, have you been able to catch up with Morgan yet? Have your cup of tea with him, or is that for the hotel?
I haven't, no. You know, obviously I imagine that he's a bit down in the dumps because no one wants to lose. So yeah, I obviously shook his hand in the cage and I've left him alone.
And I thought it was really cool the way you initiated the fight. You messaged him and were like, "Hey, let's have a fight." Is there a guy that you would like to send another message, or did you send other messages before the Morgan one? Did you send any other fighters a message for a fight?
No, so Morgan, I got offered the name.
Sorry, bro, not the best.
Thank you, bro.
Look at this.
There's my cup of tea. I got offered Morgan, accepted it. But because obviously we've kind of spoken on social media, I've sent him out some T-shirts from my clothing brand, and you know I've got nothing but respect for him. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just give him a little message first, and you know I don't want him to think me accepting a fight against him was disrespectful. So I just want to say, look, mate, you happy to have a fight? We'll get a beer after, even though I don't really drink beer. And yeah, he obviously said he was game. So you know, it's as I said earlier on the other question, it's a sport at the end of the day. You know, we're not here to. Before I fight, I always pray for mine and my opponent's health to come out unscathed. You know, we don't want to hurt each other. Of course, we want to get the win. But yeah, you know, I've got nothing but respect for Morgan. So I hope that he goes home and you know continues to follow his dreams and be a UFC champion.
And Bisping made a joke about your nickname. Obviously, now you've been in the UFC for a while. With your Prospect Apparel, the Prospect Academy, Could we see a rebrand, or is that all staying the same?
Nah, that's going to stay the same. I'll just have to sponsor some fighters like Lonnie and
That'd be great.
get the other prospects wearing it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, just over there. At the same time we were talking together, we just seen that Molly McCann put his gloves down. Maybe if you know her, you want to react about it. Like,
Oh, she's retired?
yeah.
Oh, wow,
She loses her fight, and unfortunately she put the gloves down.
I'm gutted to see, obviously, her put her gloves down, but if that's what she wants to do, you know, at the end of the day, fighting is a very, very personal sport. I don't know what goes on in her life. I don't know what other distractions she has, or maybe she just wants to do something else. But yeah, I'm gutted to see her put her gloves down. So I'm sure whatever she follows and whatever she does now, she'll do well at it.
Thanks.
Yeah, and likewise, like, you know, I want as many fighters from the UK as possible, and to hear that she's retired is obviously gutting, but if that's what she feels like she has to do, then you have to respect the decision.
Thanks, and congrats for both of your fights.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Guys, right here. First of all, congratulations, both of you, for your victories. It was an amazing performance. My first question is for Lo. You remain undefeated, and after defeating an opponent like Felipe, you established yourself as one of the most exciting prospects in the division. How do you feel about it?
It feels good. It feels good, you know. Like, I'm very grateful I get to live the life that I get to live. Like, I stood in the middle of the O2 Arena and looked about and everyone's cheering me on. Do you know what I mean? It's such a mental thing that we do, and just to be a part of it is insane. I'm very blessed, and I do believe it's part of God's plan. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man.
We're also happy for you. It's a very nice thing. And everyone has been saying that there is like a problem in the flyweight division, referring to the need of new fighters in order to make the division exciting again. Do you believe you can fill the gap and become the fighter the division needs?
I do believe that. I'd like to think that my style's quite exciting, and I want to keep having exciting fights. And if that's what the flyweight division needs, then I'm happy to fill that spot.
Thank you, Lo. My first question for Nathaniel. First of all, everybody says you are the prospect. Now we can give that 100% certified prospect name also to Lo.
Nah, he can't have it.
Not good enough, yeah.
Nah, he wouldn't want it. He's got to have his own thing, you know. So yeah, I'm excited to see him become a superstar, because I think he's going to be.
100%. And the last one for me, Nathaniel, you proved a lot of people wrong tonight, because many people thought that you were the underdog, and you had a phenomenal performance. How happy are you with this victory?
I love seeing when people think I'm the underdog. You know, as soon as I saw that everyone was saying the bookies have got you as the underdog, I was like, amazing. That's what I thrive off. I want people to doubt me and prove them wrong. So, yeah, as I say, I don't think there's a man on the planet that will beat me in my hometown. So, yeah, we'll have to see if the day comes.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, right here. You'd respect Morgan. You show a lot of respect for Morgan during the fight week. Even here in press conference, do you think he's going to come back from this loss?
100%. Morgan's 29 years old. He's had an amazing career so far, and he's got an amazing career to come. So he's an absolute superstar as it is. You know, I'm trying to be more like him on my social media and, you know, create a fan base like he has. That would be amazing. But absolutely, I think he's going to come back better than ever.